This is a Different Generations podcast. In case you hadn't noticed, we got blood pressure machines. Apparently, Braxton has high blood pressure. I have high blood pressure, and Spoonie's always had it since birth. So today, we're going to see how Spoon reacts when we make him think naughty thoughts in his own head. See how that affects his blood pressure. We'll be right back after this.
I think that's more stressful.
Different Generations brought to you by GBT Property Management. My heart's racing. I don't know why.
I wonder how that sounds.
Sounds like we're running vibrators just in the back.
It's way louder when there's three going at once. So, Braxton, you're running an ultra marathon this weekend.
Yeah.
How's that old pulse?
I'm going to see. Finding out right now.
So, we just got back from hunting. Spoon, why couldn't you go hunting with us?
I didn't go.
Braxton, how'd you like hunting?
I enjoyed it.
Did you have a good time?
I did have a good time. Wednesday was a little rough on my body.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So, we went hunting. Braxton found out he had high blood pressure.
On Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. We credit it to the energy drinks. We've been on energy drink fast ever since. My blood pressure has not improved at all. Braxton's back to normal. What'd you get?
I just got 131 over 57.
You're dead, basically.
That can't be right.
It doesn't make sense.
Mine just hit at 153 over 99.
We'll give it a couple
It
minutes.
seite like I'm dying.
Okay, for the record, these guys have been constantly checking their blood pressure for like 2 hours straight. So,
Not cool. Yeah.
Mine's a 139 over 92.
That's a good one. Stop there.
A 98 heart rate. I like that one. That's a winner. The very first time we checked it today, it was like 160 over 107. So we're basically all dead except Braxton. Braxton had a high one the first one out of the gate, but then he's been dead ever since.
Mm-hmm.
So
1 week, no energy drinks at all.
and you're surviving.
Yeah.
I can't make it. I'm sorry. This Sakura water or whatever.
Last water you'll ever drink.
It ain't doing it
It
for
may
me.
literally be the last water you ever drink.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe with a blood pressure like this, bro, I'm practically dead. So how this came about was I went to get my IV bags. So I go to get IVs. I go to get one, and they check my blood pressure, and it's 160 over 110. And they're like, "Oh, that's bad." And I was like, "What is?" And they're like, "This blood pressure." And so I get these every couple of weeks. So it just kind of sprung up on me. It wasn't like, I had good blood pressure, and then all of a sudden I had bad blood pressure. So I was like, oh, well, let's just check it again. So we checked it again. It went down to like 140 and over 90 or whatever it was. So I was like, all right, is that bad? And they're like, yeah, that's not good either. I was like, okay, so I'm dying now basically. But I got to go on this hunting trip first. So I'm going to get that out of the way, go walk around in the mountains. That'll bring my blood pressure down, right? I mean, I exercise for what?
I mean, you were at altitude, though. It makes it a little harder.
I don't know. I was
Your one exercise day, you kind of...
No, I had to go back and get the truck.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna walk all that way. Like I was like, I know that I'm not talking shit about Shane, but I seen where the milk were going, and they weren't going where we were. They were headed left, and we were on the right side. So they weren't just around the corner. They were. How far did y'all walk?
About a mile and a half.
And Shane put a shot on him. He shot him at 550 yards. Wasn't walking no mile and a half, and we had a warm truck. We could have shot him from the road at 550. Could Shane have reached those elk from the road?
Yeah.
So we could have parked, like, and that part of the place doesn't even have a fence. So we could have just pulled in, got out, walked 200 yards, pow.
And
Go ahead.
they weren't really on the road. They were on a ranch.
Yeah, on a
you weren't. They weren't road hunting.
No. We're on a road hunt. We're on a ranch, but I mean, that part doesn't even. It's just all wide open. So we could have got to them, but I was confused why we drove away from them the first time. I was like, wait, we got permission to kill one. There's a whole herd right there at the water trough, walking across the pasture. We can walk over to the fence, go under the fence, and legally shoot them. Why are we driving away from them? Well, we drove away. Went and looked for, I guess we went and looked for a bull. I don't know what we were looking for. We had a couple of cows at 200 yards there for a minute. Didn't get a shot at them. Saw a human skull-ish
I don't know if it was.
Nah, it was a hip bone from something. Looked like a human skull, though, whenever I was walking up to it. And then Shane's fossilized shit from the year before.
That's nice.
Well, Shane took a shit right there the year before.
I mean, it's just amazing he knew
I
where
was,
it
I
was.
was bewildered. I was like, hold up, what are you doing? Like, we're going back to running water tonight. Like, what?
Why are you shitting next to a tree while we're glassing?
Sometimes you got to go, bro.
I don't think it was that kind of situation. I think
Oh, it was like elective. He's like, yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
it
just
was
take
like
I've got some
I'm
time
out
to kill.
here, this is what I do on my trips. And it's like, no, dude, like,
There's something to be said about that. Just, getting with nature, just shitting there, pants around your ankles.
I don't know, man.
it was cold too.
It was a whole lot colder. It was snowing.
It was way cold, way
It's like,
windy.
dude, we're going back to like running hot water. Like,
I
what are you doing, man?
Maybe he just
I
likes a
came
good
around the
breeze
corner.
on his balls.
I came around the corner and heard about it. I was shocked. I was like, what, Shane shit over by them trees? Damn, that's savage.
And he's like talk mess to me. Like, why are you so weirded out by it, Braxton? It's like, dude, you just went in the woods. Like, when you didn't have to.
Not even woods. Those are bushes.
Yeah.
There's a row of bushes. There's no woods. It's just in between me and Shane taking a shit is a single cedar tree.
It was like Sohill distance too.
Yeah.
That's what was weird.
I mean, was he like looking you in the eyes while he was taking
it could've
shit?
been.
It was. He might have been looking right.
I would have. I would have made that shit awkward as fuck. Like, I would
didn't
have
know he was
stared
taking
at
a
you.
shit. So if
Oh.
I'd have walked around the corner, I'd have seen a dangler and looked him in the face. And you know what I mean? And
You can't go back from that.
Yeah, it's
you
like-
see your boy doing that in the woods, like or in the bushes. You
Seen
can't
my
go
friends
back.
doing
from
worse,
that.
I'm sure.
have you? Dive into that
Few of 'em.
spoon and
You
then
made
let's run.
eye contact with someone doing that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you see weird stuff in your life.
Like what?
Stuff.
Something about something on a car seat.
No,
Ooh.
you can bring that up all you want. Like, you ain't gonna embarrass
Okay,
me.
we will bring it up whenever you exposed yourself in Jacob's Nice King Ranch and his daughter's seat.
To a
I'm
teenager.
backing you up.
I was
I'm just
16
saying
at the
you
time.
see weird shit.
It was this year.
I don't recall that.
It was this year.
Pretty sure I was 16 at the time.
And that's your fault. You questioned some stuff, and I just fulfilled your questioning.
Yeah, I don't. Do you think Spoon could handle being around Brandon and Blaze an extended period of time?
Probably not.
At Brandon's house.
I could say probably
I think
not.
so.
Oh God.
I
can't-
mean, Brandon showed me his dick the first day I met him.
well,
He's like, "Hey, check this out." And he just pulled it out and showed it
I
to me
think we
while
need
he's
a blood
peeing
pressure check now.
on
Yeah.
okay, let's see if
Now
my
that you're
blood
thinking
pressure
about
just went up.
Brandon.
that's
Well, he's got a nice dick. Like, he showed it to me. It was far away. I couldn't really see it, but
but it's nice. What?
It's
the
like a fill in the blanks.
you know where it was? It was at that.
I know exactly where it was, but I don't. I would never describe that. In those use those.
What do you want me to
words.
say? It was so tiny I couldn't see it. Like,
I would say that before I say it's nice.
trying to help a dude out.
It's. Well, you say nice is impressive. Or
Wait,
nice?
wait. What state was it in?
It was in Texas. It was in Hubbard.
No. What state of?
Oh, it was flaccid. You really couldn't see anything. He was probably 150 yards away. He was just like waving something. Maybe not that far.
Yeah,
75 yards.
You can't judge.
It wasn't that
if
far.
something's nice if it's flaccid.
It was the length of a dump trailer. He was standing on the tongue, just.
I wouldn't stand there by y'all. Like, it doesn't. I was over by my trailer doing something, and I turned around. He's like, "Hey, look at this." Oh, I'd air it out. Like, he fucked me up so bad.
That's because you can't hold it and hit the buttons all at the same time. You just gotta let it sit still.
Oh, all right.
Poor Spoonie.
I'll stare at you.
You gotta hit.
Here,
The
y'all all check. I want to bring something up.
button. They're all struggling. Last night. I was like, oh, that's a heart attack. You know what I mean?
How bad? How tight?
It was. I mean, it was very noticeable. You know what I did? I got up out of bed. I went to the refrigerator and I said, if I'm going out with a D4 in my hand, and I drank that, my heart immediately got better. Immediately.
Like
I
what?
had just.
Dude, I'm surprised
That
C4
was-
hadn't offered you a sponsorship yet.
That was pre-high blood pressure. Now, see, we're not saying. That,
Pre-diagnosed high blood pressure.
I mean, I got a doctor's appointment on the 13th. That was the most shocking part. You call in for an appointment, you're like, yeah, you know, got high blood pressure. Like, how high? Like, tell them, they're like, all right, come see us on the 13th. You're like, well, I thought this was way more serious. I've been
It's crazy. That's what they did to me.
what's your blood pressure?
135 over 86. 20 points down.
You're taking medicine, bro. The 80 pulse? How do you get a pulse so low?
I don't know.
My resting heart rate is 100.
The only time my pulse really goes up is when you just stare at me right in the eyes.
Oh, hell yeah, son.
What'd
Wait,
you get? What'd you score?
what'd you score?
Eyes first. What'd you get?
Well, my top number is 134.
He's dead again.
105 over 76.
I don't think you got your shit on.
I
right.
don't either, man. It sounds like
What?
you're dead.
But, all right, so.
That's what I had.
What do you think my bottom
before.
number is? My top number is 134. What do you think the bottom number is?
Say you're in the
90.
90s.
104.
Holy shit.
That's what I think is.
If there's any
insane.
medical professionals in the comment section, let us know what that means. But if not, I mean, in case you think I'm lying, boom.
Get that
So-
good blood pressure right there.
That's is that good?
Braxton, how'd it go down 60?
Fine. That's
I
not
have
great.
no idea.
You probably
just
want
keep
that to
breaking
be
records, man.
You probably want that to be under 90.
What?
The lower one, the dystolic.
No,
for
104 is a fucking smashing record. That's what your heart's doing in between beats. Mine does better in between beats than Braxton does
The,
beating.
the lower number is the more important one.
What's
It's
your
not.
top
It's
number?
not a high. 10. Just had it.
It was 10 something.
104. It was
104.
107. 104. 107.
Yeah. Yeah. So mine's
Something like
doing
that.
better in between beats than yours
Not
is.
better.
Yeah, it's definitely not better.
It
the,
is
the
better.
lower
It's
number.
not-
The diastolic number should be lower.
Think of your heart rate like golf. The lower, the better.
Nah, I'm winning. I think my heart rate was like.
God, we're gonna feel
100.
bad if he
We
strokes
did
out
call
here.
this the blood pressure Olympics, didn't we?
Yeah.
How high can we get it?
I was thinking earlier. I got a nice low one. I was thinking we needed to throw a C4 in, see how that did.
I think so.
But
That's probably better that you didn't.
I mean, we
You
could
probably thought about it, and your body started reacting the way.
let's see if water does it.
Lowers it.
Skyriver Water, brought to you by high blood pressure people everywhere. It's the last water you'll ever drink.
Y'all going? If this is the no, hey, it could be the Chuck Norris waters. They came into our lives the same time C4s did.
Yeah.
That's true.
Where's that water from?
Navasota, but
It might be the Navasota water.
it's Chuck Norris. He roundhouse kicked my heart into fucking a
You
bad
think
way.
about it. I think of high blood pressure almost as like a flex. Like, oh, I'm just more intense than you, bro.
Yeah,
Chuck Norris water makes you want to roundhouse kick life, so naturally, you're gonna be just more intense, more into it.
that's what it is. It's all the Chuck Norris water we've drank. We've been blaming it on the C4s. It's
It
really the
essentially
Chucky
gives
Norris.
you roid rage without the roids, and it is in a way. Like you're not natural as an athlete, as a bodybuilder, or anything. I think if you drink Chuck Norris water,
Yeah, you definitely can't drink it and then go compete at the Olympics. You're going to pop
you are
a
on
piss test.
steroids at that point.
Yeah, you're going to pop a piss test drinking Chuck Norris water.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's
Can't work in the industrial industry. Did you ever? Have you ever? 127 over 82 boys.
you
Bring
need
on.
you need a
bring
C4.
on the
You need a
C4s.
C4.
It's just.
You gotta send that text to Mario.
However,
right?
what?
Have you ever failed a drug test?
No.
All right, so I got a funny drug test story. You want to hear it?
You know what? I take it back. I did have it one time. They had to retest me and I passed it.
Oh,
You eat a
there's
poppy
no
seed bagel.
It was just a bad read.
It's like catching herpes on the toilet seat. It doesn't really happen. When you pop a drug test, it's because you had drugs in your system.
No, they just didn't get a read. They said they couldn't tell.
Oh, so you
read
didn't
it.
fail it.
Oh, well, whatever that is.
Yeah, no. When you fail a drug test, you failed a drug test.
Oh, yeah, I didn't do that.
There's no poppy seed bagel. I mean, edible weed would probably pop you a drug test, but nobody was eating their weed back in my day.
No, poppy seeds for sure do. 'Cause this was-
Yeah, you'd have to eat an
poppy
insane
comes
amount.
from. I mean, they did it on MythBusters. I keep bringing up MythBusters. They, yeah, I think if you eat like a pack of muffins or something. I don't know.
So whenever I first went to work in the oil field, my entire crew smoked weed or meth or something. So I was the only clean guy on the crew. So the way a drug test would work is they come out and they're like, "Hey guys, we're gonna take a drug test. Y'all go hydrate and get ready." And we're like, "No problem. We'll go hydrate and get ready." But there's 5 men on the crew.
Can I guess what happened after you tell the first part of your story?
What happened?
No, you go ahead and tell the rest of your story to him.
Oh,
then I
that's
wanna
gonna be a long story. Anyways, so there's 5 guys on a crew, okay, and they show up unannounced, but they announce when they get there. It's not like they just call you into the office and like, "All right, pee in this cup."
66.
So, anyways, what's your blood pressure?
It's doing better. It's weird. It's weird, you know.
It's 142 over 66, but now my pulse is 110.
It's like a non sequitur. Like, how do you have a 66?
It's beating 2 times a second, but my blood pressure's down.
You say this like a non sequitur?
Yeah, like how does I feel like the bottom number should be a whole lot higher if you get a 142. Like you rocking a 142 on the top number.
You got a great blood pressure. You don't let this naysayer say.
Oh,
you,
I'm laughing at him and his non sequitur comment back there.
Let's see what it does after you finish coffee. All right, so they come out. They're going to drug test us. So they say, "All right, everybody, get ready. We're going to have a drug test." Like, all right, so I'm the only clean person on the crew. I now have to pee for everybody.
That's what I was fixing to say.
Like,
because everybody knew everybody was popping hot.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to pee for everybody. But you can't just walk in there and pee for everybody. So they have all these different techniques. Now they got like literal fake dicks.
Oh yeah, that have heaters in them.
Yeah, but it's got the pee has to be warm. Okay, it's got a strip in the cup, so the pee has to be warm, and you have to get it in there, and you have to get it in there warm, and it can't be too warm. If it's overheated, it's fucked. So I mean, these guys got wild techniques. They got glue bottles, like old Elmer Glues bottles that they would stick down in their underwear, you know, and they would microwave it, and they knew like 15 seconds worth of microwave on a full Elmer's glue bottle would fucking get it to the perfect temperature. So I mean, they got it down to a science. But me, on the other hand, I now got to pee for myself and 4 other people. Well, I can't go first. I got to go last. You know what I mean? Because right now I got to pee. They got to get in there while it's warm. So it's boop, 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 boop. Pee for everybody. They're taking it in there.
Take your bottles.
Yeah, they're all in there lined up. Just hurry, hurry, hurry. Let me get in the bathroom. Can I do it in the corner? You know what I mean? Trying to get it out of them before it's like gets cold. But then there's a dude that's there watching you.
Yep.
Like literally standing over your shoulder. He don't look at your dick. But he could look at your dick if he wanted to. He doesn't.
We call them pecker checkers. Yeah.
But he's standing there to make sure you don't throw anything away. You don't have another bottle. You know what I mean? It's got to like... Anyways. So here they go. They're fucking... These dudes with another dude standing feet away from them pour pee out of a fucking Elmer's glue bottle.
I feel like you'd be able to call it though. Like that's not real.
Maybe. I don't know. I've never heard pee hit the the cup.
Oh. So
yeah.
maybe that's different, you know.
So but then you definitely got to start peeing into the toilet. You know what I mean? You got to finish your pee. Like you can't pee this much and then not pee the rest.
Wow, that was perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
Something's not right.
So anyways, however they do it once they get back there's their business, but they all make it through and they all pass. They have an Insta test there that they give and they all pass. And anywho, gets down to me and one dude, and the one dude didn't want to he didn't want to use my pee. He had some elixir that he drank and it was going to work, but he's like the biggest pothead on the crew.
So he's drinking some Gold Seal and some fucking pickle juice and shit. And
no, it was like over the counter. Like this is guaranteed to make you pass a drug test.
Detox drink.
Yeah, something. Anyways, he was 100% sure of it, but he's a huge pothead. Well, we get down to the very end, and I'm in there, and he's got to wait for his elixir to kick in, and I've got to wait to be able to pee again. So I'm just down in water. He's downed his elixir, and now he's down in water, and we're both in the room together. Both happen to have to pee at the same time, which now looking back, I know exactly what happened. But anyways, go back there, I pee. He goes back there, he pees, and then your sample sitting there side by side, and he knew which sample was his and which sample was mine, and he just grabbed mine, and I didn't notice. The guy didn't notice.
Swap the labels.
No labels. You're standing there holding a fucking cup of pee. And then they do their little Insta test, and they're like, "You failed." I'm like, "I failed?" And they're like, "Yeah, you failed." But then
that's funny.
Well, but then they send it to the lab to make sure before they fire you. So you get to go back to work if you fail the Insta test, but then they send it to the lab. But now that I've failed the Insta test,
yeah, you're off the rig. You're doing like floor pushing, right?
Yeah, but the other guy passed, and I'm like, "How the fuck did this work?" Anyways, didn't clue into it then. I was 18. Didn't know. But now I got to go outside and work with the guys who are all grown men with kids that I peed for, and I failed a drug test. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, it's getting sent to the lab. They think I'm dirty. They think I fucked them over. Like, they just as soon want to kick my ass as they want to work with me. You know what I mean? They're like, once this gets to the lab, we're all fucked. We're all fired. My wife's going to leave me. I've got my kids. So they're fucking pissed at me. Failed my drug test. And at that moment in time, I don't know what the rules are now, but H&P, like if you fail one drug test, you can never work for them again. And at this moment in time, they had a threshold of drug tests you could fail working for neighbors. And I think it was like 1. So anyways, I ended up on a 6-month suspension, which is just a weird way to live life. You know what I mean? But I literally left location, drove on the way home, stopped at a Patterson rig. I was like, do y'all need any hands? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. Where's y'all's office? They're like, there ain't no office. Like, what do you mean? You want to go to work or not? I'm like, well, yeah, I want to go to work. They're like, well, fill out this paperwork and put on your fucking work clothes and go to work. And that was it. That's how you hired out. And it was great. So I just went to work out there, worked my little 6 months for Patterson. They killed a lot of people, Spoon. Did you ever hear about them? They killed like 5 or 7 people a year. And I knew why after I worked for them, but it's because they don't drug test. And they let the guy in the office just tell you to go to work, even though you don't have the proper amount of PPE. So, anyways, that's my one drug test
Here's your
story.
coveralls.
I don't seem that interested in my drug test story, Spoonie. You never failed a drug test? All the weed you smoked?
I was thinking, I did not in that time frame. Like that was it. All the weed I smoked was just like a minimal time frame in my life.
Really?
Yeah. And then I smoked it one time. Was like, I'm never doing that again, ever. And I never did, ever.
What? You smoked it at work one time?
No. It was way before I even had a career. This is like college, like early college.
Did this sentence make sense to you?
It kind of sounds like a pothead. I think he's on it right now.
If it was legal, if Joe Biden would do something right, I would be.
Would you be a stoner?
No, I couldn't be. I can't function. That's why I quit. Like I can't function. It was great when I had my minimum wage job in college.
This is that clip right there, Sohail. Have you ever seen the cocaine is a hell of a drug? Well, I look like somebody that just go in there grinding my feet on Eddie's couch. Yeah, I went in there grinding my feet on Eddie's couch. That's literally what Spoon just did. Would you? Hell yeah, if Joe Biden would make it legal. Would you really?
No, you said would I? That's different than would you be a pothead? I would smoke it. I could never go back to like doing it. Like it would be a recreational thing, like drinking for me, like every month. I'd hardly ever drink.
Yeah, we saw that Dave
That's right.
Chappelle clip a couple of months ago.
We did.
I think you're up to 4 times the last 2 years.
Braxton saw me drink on this trip. I drank a whiskey drink each night while we played poker. How'd that go, Braxton?
It's fun. It's good.
How'd the poker go?
Play. I don't even know. I mean, went like poker goes.
Well, I don't think. Have you ever played for money until then? I think I'm still owed a little money. By the way, I gotta go collect my debts.
You got to collect from Shane and tell Shane his debt's clear with me.
Oh, yeah. I won poker both nights in a row. The last night I won on a flush. Shane had a straight. I beat him on the river. Last card. Boom. Game over. Which Jacob was just randomly in there, but
Jake would go all in on nothing. Just he's like, okay.
Jacob did go all in.
He
on
did
nothing.
that several times.
And then Braxton accidentally dealed him in, so he had to buy him back in.
Then Jacob ended up doing pretty good.
And then Braxton went all in and lost, and Jacob's still playing with Braxton's money.
Like,
So,
all right.
Spoon, you should come hunting with us.
I don't think that'll ever happen
Why?
because I don't think that's a real invite. And I'll tell you why. Last year, the only reason you invited me is because you realized you invited him a week before. You'd never invited me before that. And this year, you invited me after you invited him, then invited Emma. And you're like, oh, on the podcast. You don't go back and watch that. Like, oh, yeah.
Emma?
Yeah, you invited Emma on the podcast.
Who's Emma?
The lady,
Oh,
friend of his in Lubbock.
that I interviewed on the podcast.
Yes.
Okay. Well, she lives in Lubbock, so she's practically neighbors with the ranch.
I got it.
Throw a rock and hit New Mexico.
Yeah. So we just said, hey, Emma, swing by if you can. She couldn't. She was in someplace else, so she couldn't. But you, Spoon, on the other hand, why couldn't you go?
Oh, I didn't go on purpose.
Why, though?
Like I said, I don't think it's a real invite. But we did stuff with the family over the holidays.
This was in between the holidays. This was between Christmas and New Year's.
Yep.
You could have came.
I physically could have came. I still don't believe it's a real invite.
I think he don't never come to the lake house.
I went fishing with y'all.
He's gone fishing. I don't think he's blaming us for
Blaming you for what?
not coming when you could have came.
I physically could have. I don't think it was a real invite. I
You
100%
couldn't-
believe that.
You couldn't have killed anything.
Doesn't matter. Like, I don't think it's a real invite. I don't know Shane. I know Shane, like, yeah, yes, we're friends now, but I don't know his parents that well. Like, I don't think I'm in that group.
Oh no, his parents weren't there.
Like, I don't think I'm in that.
Braxton, when he was beating his addiction, so Braxton on this trip beat addiction and high blood pressure. Mm-hmm. So he got high blood pressure from the jump, and so when he got high blood pressure,
See what we're doing?
he had high blood pressure.
Clobby is saying old big body probably 180 over 70. I think that's being charitable.
What's
Yeah.
that? We can't hear you, Sohail. You're very quiet today.
Oh,
And no, it's not that he's very quiet. It's that there's these machines running very loudly.
This is what it's going
Clobby
to...
said old big body probably 180 over 70. Can y'all see the chat?
That's
His
me.
big body, me?
No, that's me.
Oh.
He's talking about me.
When I found out mine was bad,
180 over 70? Is that? I would love 180 over 70.
Yeah, I was saying that's being charitable.
Clobby in 2017, when I found out mine was apparently bad, I didn't know this till I went to the doctor, and they were like, "Hey, sir, you should go to the hospital." Mine was 185 over 110.
Kloppy's actually a nurse. Y'all should all drop $1 in the super chat for my doctor's appointment coming up. Something might be taking me out.
Can we get Clobby's opinion on if 185 over 110 is bad?
We all know it's bad. Hell, my 160 over 110, 122 over 91. Hey, Margot, if you're listening, bring in a C4.
Please, Mark.
Throw it all away.
They're not going to throw it all away. Apparently, if you
points
just
you knocked
leave it on
down.
your arm, you just keep checking it, it goes down and down. It's just cutting off circulation. Something about checking it over and over again, it just gets better with time. Would yours come in?
123 over 63.
So yours is improving.
I had to redo mine.
61 beats per minute.
Spoon keeps arrowing his machine out. Spoon, what's your favorite racial slur?
Oh, I don't have any of them because I don't use them. What's your favorite racial slur?
I think
Well-
that's code for they're all his favorite.
Ooh.
He can't pick one.
You know what we found out earlier at the break was, and I'd assumed this of you, that you were into frottage, but I didn't know that was the nice way of saying somebody's a podophile.
What?
Yeah, I didn't. You're a podophiliac.
A podophiliac.
How's your blood pressure doing over there? Why don't you retake that now?
As soon as you tell us your favorite racial slur,
Mine's 114 over 63. It's honky. I love honky. That's my favorite racial slur. Now,
So-
what,
so
what's
It's a good
how do you
blood
feel
pressure.
about being a
Mine was 104.
podophiliac?
Spoon, you get to thinking about racial slurs, it just calms you down. It's like
I love the word
cigarette
honky.
after sex.
He's got 104 beats per minute.
Let's see how Corey's is after learning he is a podophiliac.
Jason took to Google in the
Oh
break.
shit! This top number, it just blew it up to 220.
Show me.
Show the
Show the camera.
It's going higher. We just hit 270.
Oh my God! I think we hit a nerve, folks.
275.
It's trying to kill
Going
me.
down now.
Oh shit!
Corey's love of frottage is now on the internet.
Oh, this might.
Frottage is like over the clothes stuff, Jason.
Have you got
Oh,
over
okay. So
150,
it wasn't
you
the
gotta
same
drink
thing.
it.
So
No.
you figured out
Yeah.
podophilia. Oh, so I
You
was
got over
wrong.
150, you got to drink
I
it.
mean, he probably likes.
He does like frottage for sure. He loves an over the pants Andy.
This is a scary moment in time. This thing is not releasing any pressure. It's just
It would be terrible if I killed him by calling him a podophiliac.
it's just grabbed up
Give him a
my
heart
arm.
attack. He's laughing.
Really, there's nothing wrong with it, Corey.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a podophiliac. There's a big difference if you change a couple vowels there. Like one.
One.
One vowel.
What's a podophiliac?
Go ahead, Sohail. The voice
So the prefix pod from the Latin, I'm not sure, it means feet. Like arthropod, you know? Like
Yeah, you're into feet.
This thing's
You're
trying to cut my arm
got
off.
a feet fetish.
Like,
Watch it slowly deflate now that he knows it's not
It is
something bad.
it is slowly deflating. It's like so slow, it's fucking ridiculous.
your arm probably is over the limit.
Over what limit?
Dead. You're dead now. You're dead, people.
My arm is dead. It doesn't have any feeling left.
I want to just release it.
I don't know that. What is that? I think you just pull the hose off.
Yeah, you pull the cord, just uncuff it, or pull the hose off.
Well, just let's see what it does.
Man, if you stroke out like one of them people that didn't stroke out when they got there,
What?
what'd it do? Let us see. 126. Oh, he's even better now that he knows he's a podophiliac.
Now that he knows he has an energy drink here.
Oh, it's the energy drink, maybe.
It's the comfort.
It wasn't the feet. He loves
Quiet
feet,
before
folks.
the storm.
I really think that is it. Like it got delivered, and your body's like, okay, finally.
It's gonna be all right.
It held my right arm hostage for 2 minutes. Like, my hand hurts. All right. Well, so hunky, huh?
Yeah, love that one.
Use it the most.
I don't ever use it.
Does cracker count?
Yeah, I would think so.
Well,
Seems like it's a
that's the
derogatory
best one.
term.
That's-
Cracker. Okay.
I love that word.
I read somewhere it's not because crackers are white.
I don't know what it's for.
Because the whip.
And
It's the whip crackers.
what?
See? Hey,
Oh, that's
it's,
weird.
It's funny that you think it's a derogatory term. I mean, it comes from them cracking whips on other humans' backs. So
I guess as knowledge.
that's what a random Twitter poster told me. And I believed him. It made more sense then. I was like,
Was he verified?
he was verified.
Yeah. So
how do y'all feel about, you can get banned off Twitch for calling someone a cracker?
What about a honky?
Probably.
It's weird. We might just lost your whole channel.
Man, I don't know.
No, YouTube is fine. Maybe don't call someone that.
Well, I'm not calling anybody that.
But I got in trouble one time for using white trash on Facebook.
That seems like the best one. That really is the best one.
Like,
Like, 'cause
I called myself white trash, and they were like,
No, that one's classist. I don't like it.
they're like, X. I was like, what am I in trouble for here, Facebook, exactly? And they're like,
but it's a
Derogatory
multifunction
term.
word, though. It's like the F word. It can mean so many things.
I was just like, I'm calling myself that. That's
Yeah.
just what I am. Just trying to embrace my upbringing, Trailer trash. Or it might have been trailer trash. Might have been. Anyways, whatever it was, got me banned. What can we say to make Spoon super awkward, Braxton?
Just say all the stuff y'all say in the office all the time.
Whoa. See how you tried to put that on us?
how did you like the new guy that came around?
Yeah.
Oh, he seemed like Corey's son.
Yeah, but like, what'd you think about
What-
him?
He
Yeah.
seemed just like Corey.
Did you
like
feel
he could
nervous at all?
Were
no.
you nervous around him?
No, he seemed like he is your son.
You think he's my son? Mm-hmm. Is it because of our great complexion?
It's because he acted and talked just like you.
What does
Like,
that mean?
Y'all took turns at the table getting louder. It was the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life. Just two dudes screaming over each other. And I'm live texting this to Braxton. I'm like, you got to see this shit. Because he would ratchet up one rail and you would ratchet up. And then all of a sudden y'all be down here like whispering like Joe Biden. But the thing is, and then you just ratchet it up, ratchet it up, ratchet it up, ratchet it up again. Except he talked at a speed equivalent of X3, whatever you're doing. Like that dude talks quick.
He's got energy.
Braxton, that sounds a little racist, huh?
It does.
Because he's fast?
Because he talks quick. He talked really quick.
Because he's fast? Why do you
Yeah,
think
he
he's fast?
talked very fast.
So, kid from our hometown named Kelly. He is of African American descent.
That seems
Comes
like,
into our office. And old Brenton had to let us in. Do we have that picture of Brenton? Do you have it saved, Sohill?
poor Bren.
Poor Brenton. So Brenton meets us in the elevator. And that's stroking out blood pressure?
Yeah, that's why they
Hell
told me to go to the
yeah.
hospital, Clobby. They were pretty worried about it at the time.
So, anyways, talking about mine or yours?
No, when I had that 185 or 110.
Oh, well, could be. Could be one of the ones we flashed. Let's check it again. Anyways, so we get in the elevator and old Brenton comes down with his nose ring and Jesus hair. And I asked Kelly, I'm like, what do you think the odds he'll suck your dick is? And Kelly's really polite. He's like, I'm not going to comment on that. I'm not going to comment on it. It's none of my business. And Brenton goes, no, really, what do you think it is? And he goes, all I'm going to tell you is don't come around our parts. Talking about Grosbeck.
Like,
And I was like, oh my gosh.
Brenton is such an awkward guy.
Well, it was just funny hearing it in that country accent.
Yeah.
Because Kelly does he have a country
Yes.
accent? He sounds way more Grosbeck than I do. I think I've had years to work on mine.
I love the story that he told there before we left.
Which would,
The dude calling or whatever.
oh yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't there. So.
Well, there was a dude Kelly was taking a shit and a guy called him. And anyways, he was mad at Kelly, but Kelly's like, you got the wrong number. And
Told the dude to show up.
he told the dude to show up. The guy said he had a bunch of dudes waiting on Kelly. And Kelly's like, they used a racial slur. Not Kelly, the guy used a racial slur. And Kelly's like, I am black. He goes, you ain't black. It's like, yes, I am. But he don't sound black. He sounds like he's a turnip, like country as hell. Spoonie, what's your blood pressure?
Now it's 158/75. Your story sucks so bad. I'm angry.
Is that what it is?
Think so.
You brought my pulse up. Got my elevated heart rate 107.
Your heart rate's 107 now?
My heart rate now is 83. It just dipped 20 points.
My watch says 60 beats per minute.
Clobby, I feel like just constantly checking your blood pressure is more stressful.
And Braxton's heart's racing. Is it because you got a crush on him?
61, 58.
Are they the same age? They
Yeah,
could
they're
be
the
a good
same age.
couple.
You got a little crush on him?
I
They could
don't.
be a good couple.
I actually don't.
Then why's your heart rate up?
I don't. This one says it's not, so I don't know what's real.
That's real.
Maybe
Maybe.
this is why. This answers a lot of
Oh,
things.
hell
Maybe you're
yeah.
into
130/99
20-year-old dudes.
in there, old son.
I don't think so, man.
Well, he watches the podcast, so he'll see this. You know, I'm sure he won't appreciate it. But
It's not. I mean, it's nothing to do with him. Just
I'm talking about appreciate your crush on him.
Oh, yeah, that's what I
see,
thought
I just
you
don't
do.
have it. You know what I mean? Nothing to do with him. Everything to do with me. I'm just not like that.
So 130/99. That's
Remember, if you refer back to the previous podcast, when I'm faced with that, choice, I have very clear personal,
No, it was more limits. I just gonna
Decision.
go home see my kids. That's all I know.
and they're going to call you mom for the rest of your life.
It's a weird thing. So he's insinuating that anybody. What would you be insinuating there?
I don't know what am I.
That anybody that
insinuating?
would do what would be called mom?
Oh, do what? Spoon? Exactly. I
Yeah,
think it's time
exactly.
for you to check your blood pressure.
No, I want to know. Like,
Now that we're talking
I would
about
really
gay sex, Spoon, we want to see what your blood
oh,
pressure
it just went through the floor. I'm so comfortable with that. See where Braxton's is at.
Oh my god,
It's like, how about peace now?
you're both so calm.
like Clockwork
Ryan
Orange.
raised it today. We went down that same spoon route.
This seems like a. I mean, it seems like a terrible Japanese game show where one of us is gonna die at the end of this.
Speaking of, y'all down to eat some spicy shit?
Yes,
See what that does?
of course.
Right now,
Anytime.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll wash it down with
Paul
a
wants the approval.
You got
Yeah.
Thai food in here? What you got? Bring it in. Like, what are we doing? Spicy.
I had the hottest.
We're doing
wing
one
of
chip
buffalo
challenge?
wings.
We'll see what Paul. I really want y'all to do one chip, but we got to.
Oh, we'll do that.
What is it?
One chip challenge. That Carolina Reaper chip.
There's a Carolina Reaper chip. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna need more
145 over
C4s.
109. You raised my blood pressure, Jason.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wash it down with this.
I don't even think mine's gonna stop over here.
I'm gonna.
Show that to the camera. I think people think you're lying.
I've got Spoony raised my blood pressure.
All
just
that
like
gay
that.
gay sex makes Braxton extremely nervous. I air it out.
He's dead.
Oh my
He's-
gosh! Yeah, this is the ultimate homophobia test. Hold on, let me pull something up for y'all.
It's okay.
What if you gave it like that's how you could prove somebody's a racist? You just say you're a racist and give them a blood pressure test.
Do I have consent to show you some?
You have all of our
things on
consent.
Wait, I'm waiting on my blood pressure to come in. It's
My
still,
right arm is now hurting.
Oh look, mine went down. I told you, 127, lowest it's been all day. 95.
127/95 with 100 pulse.
Yeah.
I might have to swap arms. My right arm's a little beat up now.
Ryan raised it this morning. He asked, "Hey, who's the girl in all your TikTok videos running with you? Is that your girlfriend or whatever?" I'm like, "That's my sister."
Oh my god.
And he's like, "Well, if you're in Arkansas," I'm like, "No."
That's weird. That's a weird place to go. Like,
Uh-huh.
I would have. This was Ryan.
If you're from Arkansas and watching, do y'all bang y'all sisters?
Because you're weird if you do.
How hot is she?
You didn't have to say that, Braxton. It didn't sound like you were convinced. Like you're convincing yourself.
I feel like we should test his blood pressure again because I feel like it just went up when he. Some weird things going on.
So
Do y'all know I graduated high school from Arkansas?
Yeah, you would.
I did. Springdale, Arkansas.
I did not know that, but
He's lived in all
know-
50 states, so it's whatever.
Oh,
Bill
yeah.
Clinton's from Arkansas.
He was.
Is that making y'all mad?
no. Here's
Little
the
Rock.
funniest thing about Bill Clinton. My dad was the biggest Bill Clinton fan on planet Earth because Bill Clinton smoked weed. Today, he does not remember that phase of his life. Now,
Bill Clinton or your dad?
No, my dad. Now, Braxton, do you think a young impressionable
117 or
Corey?
70.
Do you think a young impressionable Corey would remember his dad's political beliefs
Probably so.
from the 3rd grade?
Probably so.
Like,
That's your whole political identity at that point.
I was like, yeah. Plays the sax. 134 over 82. Guys,
I'm lower back down, back to normal.
I'm going to swap arms. See if this left arm has some juice in it because this right arm's a little beat up. All right, so what's the spicy stuff that's coming?
You got to give it some time. We'll do that at the very end.
I might have to get another hotel room.
Y'all are gonna be in pain.
I got the Reaper or whatever at Buffalo Wild Wings.
You got the Reaper wings?
The hottest. I got the habanero or whatever, the second hottest.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what would it take for just one singular Reaper? They're like, nothing. And they brought it out.
And how did it go?
It wasn't bad. Like, really wasn't.
How your first pee afterwards? Noticeable?
Burned a little bit. That's
The
it.
touching?
Not bad.
Huh.
It wasn't. It really just wasn't that bad.
You ever just eat a bunch of jalapenos?
No.
There's an old wise tale that if like you took like Tabasco or something and you poured it on your parts or your lady parts and it didn't burn, then you didn't have an STD.
Same with Listerine, right?
Never heard
guess.
that. I mean, Listerine was probably an antiseptic for something like that.
But I was like, there's no fucking way I'm ever gonna run that test. You know what I mean? I'll just let them take some blood and tell me for sure. Because who wants to pour Tabasco on their junk and find out? You know what I mean? How do you put that fire out?
I mean, what would that do for your blood pressure?
I don't know.
Can we check
Ask
that?
Drake. He was the one that was putting in his condoms. Got sued over it.
What?
Drake, he would take his used condoms and put Tabasco in it.
For what?
Pull it up to keep anybody from using that used
Yeah,
condom.
so they don't tiptoe to the trash and shove
That's
it
how-
up there.
There was a nice young lady that found that out the hard way and blasted him.
No.
Yeah,
That's not a thing.
it definitely is. Like, it was on the news.
Drake, what are you doing, bro?
I mean, like the news, like what do you call that? Like TMZ kind of thing. Like,
Braxton, would you do that?
I don't believe that's real.
If you had relations with a girl and used the condom, were you taking the condom with you?
Hold on. Is it real? That's before any other
It
discussion.
was definitely an accusation. I don't know if it was, proven, but the
The only
it says the woman apparently had ulterior motives specifically to impregnate herself. As such, she claimed to have fished the used condom out of the trash and put the contents into her vagina, except she said it felt like pouring hot lava into her pussy.
oh my god!
so allegedly,
You get
that's
out
what
what
happened.
you put in.
Oh my god!
Like, I mean, that's a savage move right there. Like,
But like, does it kill the sperm? Because it's too
I
late
don't-
once you find out. Like, is it just punishment?
I don't know. I don't
mean-
know. Like, but that whoever taught him that's an amazing trick.
There's vinegar in it. Vinegar's acidic.
That's if that's true. That's horrible. It's straight sexual assault.
What is?
I don't think so.
To put Tabasco in there?
In a condom?
Yeah, it was after he did it when he took it to the bathroom and threw it away.
They're
It
both.
wasn't-
I think they're both. So yeah, no, the not the putting the impregnating yourself.
Yeah, yes, that would be. The accusation was like the accusation was he went to the bathroom and like took it off and poured it in there and threw it in the trash, like knotted up and tossed it in the trash.
Where do you think he kept the Tabasco during the encounter?
It's amazing. He just like pulls it out of a holster.
He's got it in a pocket.
Like
What is that
fantastic.
for? Don't worry about it.
Oh, girl, you know.
That's for later.
Just got Tabasco in your medicine cabinet.
Wow.
Right there next to your
Which
toothbrush.
I guess Tabasco is actually probably pretty kind because it's natural. It's better than like alcohol or you know what I mean. Something I don't know, something else.
Just put the wing sauce from habanero wings or whatever.
Just drop a habanero
The
wing in
Reaper.
there.
Little Reaper pepper.
Oh God. Well, that's wild. What y'all think about this guy falling down last night? I don't think we can talk about
I didn't
the
see it.
conspiracy theories.
I saw it afterwards.
Did you see the replay? It's pretty scary. Dude, he got up, fell down, cardiac event. The conspiracy theorists are out. They're
I know what you're talking about. I've seen those.
yeah.
And he's saying it's the.
Well, come
Yeah.
on now, Spoon. Let's not.
I mean, what was it? Just too excitement at the game? Too much excitement?
Yeah, a little bit of that.
Hey, y'all approve of a $25 DoorDash?
Yeah.
Can we split that?
dude, that's fine.
Jason's rich. Don't even worry about it.
I am not, but I'm gonna be. I feel rich.
You feel rich?
I do.
Let's check that blood pressure. See if you still feel rich. Right. Hey, do you got
Health
some
is-
blood? Hey, do you got a blood pressure pill?
I don't have any with me.
Can I take some of your blood pressure
No,
pills?
No. Because if you take the wrong dosage, it'd drop your blood pressure through the floor.
Oh, no. Of
Like,
course, fine.
we don't need you stroking out and
Well,
cracking your
he'll
head
drink
open.
the C4.
Let's
Yeah.
wait. Let's
Low
wait till we
blood
get
pressure
that
is more
policy on you.
dangerous.
Huh? Wait, low blood pressure is more dangerous?
Jacob, get a life insurance policy on Corey.
Might not be easy to do now that we're on the podcast with
No, they
Astronomical
took
blood pressure
they took
numbers.
me without blood pressure.
really.
Yeah, they can't. Dude, when you do life insurance, they come test you. They do all the stuff. Like they sent a nurse to my house and drew blood, all that shit.
Was she hot?
No, she was a nice lady though. She was
You
an
believe that?
older lady. Yeah, she was an older lady.
You should have seen this older lady that Braxton closed on her deal while he was in New Mexico. He had to sit down in front
Do
of a
you
notary.
mean closed or closed?
Well, he couldn't close the first deal, which was getting the notary. So I had to go in and get him a notary. That nice older lady. What's with older notaries? That one down here wanted to pick you up and haul you off too.
I don't know. I don't know about any of that.
Spoon. You remember that lady that was down here whenever y'all closed that deal? And
Oh yeah, but I mean he's got that effect. Like the pudding lady, we could go down today and she would take him home with her.
pick you up and carry you across the threshold.
She could. She was a stout woman.
I don't know.
Like I
I
wouldn't
don't
fist
think you
fight
could
her.
give her a piggyback ride.
No, and she wasn't a big girl. She was just stout. She was very muscular.
Yeah,
It's the 16s right there.
those are 16s.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that lady
Did
would
you
whip your
measure
ass.
your arms?
Like, how much money would
don't
you
know.
put on a fight that lady could beat up Braxton?
Well, we've already had this argument. So
I mean, I know he
Shane-
thinks he
Shane-
could beat up a bear, but
Shane and Braxton wrestled or whatever they do on the floor in the deal. Me and Jacob watched, and Shane wanted me so bad to get in on this fighting, but I'm like, I don't.
Shane told me that morning about his intentions of getting you on the ground.
He wants to beat me up so
he
bad.
wants to wrestle you.
He wants to beat me up so bad, but I'm like, it's not. Like I'm not trained. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be looking for a move. I'm like, once we start wrestling,
You're gonna get upset.
I wouldn't even call it upset. I'm just going to, I'm not. It's not. It's going to be full strength,
You react.
survival mode.
Yeah.
Like whatever happens, happens. I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be. And he's just super confident that in that scenario, all of his training is going to pay off. And I'm confident that I hope it does. But at the same time, I was like, there was several times where I've watching him and Braxton. I'm like, why don't they just slam each other right now? Like, why are they
Yeah,
not
why isn't
just?
he mashing his heel into his jaw repeatedly?
it's
At
like
one point, they
we
started
wanna
playing with.
just- If we just want to kill each other, we can.
But
that's not.
That's what I'm saying. But y'all are trained, so it's like whenever if like when you started messing with Shane's feet, my literal natural reaction would have been to kick you in the jaw,
Like-
because it's right there, and you might have broke my foot in the process, but my broken foot would be heel slamming you in the face because now I'm in pain.
I guess Corey's point is every time I've been in a bar fight, a dude's just punched me in the face.
Yeah.
Like, wasn't a lot of, there may have been talking before that. I may or may not have been involved, but it ended with me catching a fist in my mouth or at various part of my head. There was no negotiations about, you know, the proper way to do it. I think Corey's just saying that sometimes that's not applicable.
Well, you like y'all are thinking about what you're doing and sparring, and I don't have any of that. I'm not relying on any thoughts at all. Just pure pain, instinct, reaction that is going to not work out in my favor and not work out in their favor because I'm going to end up with something broke, and it's not going to be well. It's not going to go well.
For you, against a train, someone like that, someone like Shane, same reason why I tapped DJ 3 or 4 times over and over and over, despite DJ having over 100 pounds on me.
DJ is sitting there taking it easy on you.
Have you?
DJ was going after it.
DJ is trying to stay within the parameters of the training.
It's just us. That's what I mean. It's like there's a threshold where you get way too gassed, but more than you think, and there isn't that strength that you're just going to bulldog through it. It's just doesn't work that way unless you have 200 pounds on them and you bench press 500.
You ever been to City Limits?
Yes.
In the old days, it was huge. It was an old sewing factory, massive bar. Had the biggest dance floor I've ever seen in a bar. It's all cut up now. It's like a baseball training facility, and they've got a new bar next door. I was sitting by the DJ booth one night when Billy Jack, who happened to be the center for Tarleton, he was a large fella. Billy Jack was a big boy, 350-ish. I don't know, huge guy. I watched a dude hit him in the head with a bottle, just shatter it. And Billy Jack bent his head down, and people just started dogpiling on him. And then Billy Jack stood up like the Hulk and just started throwing people around the room and grabbing everybody possible.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about that. Like I'm saying,
I'm just saying sometimes things are out of that control.
I think there's a threshold.
That's
where
all
it
I'm
doesn't
saying.
matter.
Sometimes there's no amount of control that you can have over everything going on.
But I'm not even saying that. I'm saying you put me in pain. I have no training to get out of that.
Right.
So what am I going to do?
You can try to hurt somebody.
I'm going to inflict pain back.
Right. That's
Because
what I'm saying.
I'm feeling pain, but how do I inflict pain back? Not in a legal jujitsu move. In the most instinctual way possible, in the places that I know hurt. It's not a good scenario for either person because my arm that is getting levered on is going to get broke in that situation. But what I grab a hold of in that situation is going to get broke next. And it's just not, it's like, because you ain't going to jujitsu me. You ain't going to, if you got control of both my arms and both of my legs, you did very, very well. But if there's one part that's not fucking tied down, it's getting slung erratically at you. And that's all I'm saying. And it's not like y'all are going for and playing within a set of rules. I don't know the rules. I'm not playing by those rules. I'm going by a completely different set of rules.
Yeah, but in a street fight, neither is someone that's trained that way going to. When they do get on top, they're going to be mashing you in the face
Right,
too.
but
They're going to.
you ever seen a dude get hit in the face with a beer mug? Like you're never trained for that. You can't train for that.
Yeah.
Somebody just hits you in the face with a beer mug.
in a street fight, okay, whatever the street fight is, it starts out standing up, correct?
Right.
What is the advantage that you have in a street fight?
I'm going to run away.
Well, you can run away, but if you decide to stand and fight, you can.
You can shoot them.
Well,
You can
shoot
stab
'em.
them.
You use a
we're not
pole
talking-
cue.
we're not
You
talking
can do
about
anything
that.
you want.
If you're just going to fight somebody on the street, you can let them wear themselves out swinging at you before you decide to do your little wrestling move. Period. Like you can let them wear themselves completely out. If two people start out on the ground and one of them's trained and one of them's not trained, the person that's trained is going to have to hurt the person that's not trained. It's the only way. Like they have to hurt them. They have to put them in an arm bar. They have to put them in a headlock and choke them out. They have to hurt them. True or false?
Yeah.
Because that's the goal. How does that person react whenever that's happening to them?
I don't know. I mean, they're going to wail. They're going to
Do something.
back.
You
Yeah.
don't know what they're going to do. You don't know what they're going to do. And that's the danger. It's like there's nothing worth losing a friendship over in a wrestling match where all of a sudden, you know what I mean, an arm gets twisted and all of a sudden some nuts are getting twisted and now nobody's friends anymore. You know what I mean? It's like, Why'd you twist my arm? Why'd you twist my nuts? Because you were twisting my arm. Nuts were there.
I did hear that there's a possibility of a Shane Brandon fight.
I told Shane I would pay Brandon $1,000, and I would just tell Brandon you can't get the $1,000 if you don't win. And I do think that Brandon would have everything on him broke before he would tap out, and that's just what I think. I think Brandon.
I would want to see it.
I think
because he is strong,
and I think that he's going to go at a speed that, you know what I mean. Like the only thing in between him and $1,000 is Shane going to sleep.
That's a new Whipple. Like
It's not. You know what I mean? You're going to need your pistol because it's just not like they're wrestling, right? And I've wrestled both Shane and Brandon in both their primes, like both of them in their primes, and I know which one I'd want to wrestle today, even with training.
Yeah,
and it ain't Brandon.
I agree with that.
Like I wouldn't want no part of rolling around on the ground with Brandon because, you know, we used to when we would wrestle in school. I mean, it would just get out of hand so fast.
Well, that's what I told DJ the other day. I would, you know, there's a difference between I would fight somebody because you had to, like you were in that situation and want to.
Yeah.
There's
and DJ, I think, whenever he's on the ground rolling around and stuff, I think he's probably at a natural advantage to not be able to move around. You know,
well, someone like him should just lay on him.
Yeah,
until they decide to do.
You think he's got 100 pounds on you?
He weighs like 330.
Oh yeah,
or more. So, but he should lay on whoever he rolls.
He should make them
have to bench press him.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I would do if I was him.
Yeah, but I think that whatever he's trying to do at that moment in time, I just don't think he can bend that way. Ryan's also somebody that.
Oh no.
I wouldn't want no part of wrestling with Ryan.
You seen his forearms? Look like Wreck-It Ralph.
But I'm just saying I wouldn't want no part of it because it's like he's a hard guy to grab onto.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Any place you grab onto Ryan, a guy my size, Ryan can just flip over and lay on you, and you know what I mean? You're automatically gassed. Like I don't know if I can get his head. I don't know if I can get his neck. I don't know if I can get any of that. But anyways, I would. There's not very many people that I want to fight on the ground. Period. Like biggest dude I ever fought, and probably the toughest dude I ever fought, all I did was just stay away from him, let him swing himself out. And then once he was fucking tired, fucking knocked him out. Just sleep. And he was a big dude. And when he got up, he took his truck and slammed it into mine and then left.
That Superman from Sterling or whatever?
It wasn't from Sterling. But yeah, we got in a fight. He picked up a rocking chair, a solid oak rocking chair, and was about to swing it at me, and I pinned him up against the wall with it. And however, the distance, probably as long as this table with a rocking chair, this dude pinned against the wall, going, what do I do next? When his wife, which was my girlfriend, hit me with a tricycle. Like, bam. Smoked with a tricycle. And now I was having to take it to the yard, so we got to the yard, and, he kept, and I was young. I was 21. I'm just... And then finally come in and bam, caught him coming in, laid him out. Everybody's arguing, everybody's fighting. He gets up, fuck you, this and that, gets in his truck, slams it into mine, totals it out, leaves, police come arrest me. I was like, this is not good. I don't even know if I need to talk about that one on the internet.
Probably not.
You've got a bot.
Ooh.
I love a good bot. Oh, Sexy Find. Sex Find XYZ, like my hot photo here.
The third one doesn't have the heart.
I know.
It's just a lazy bot.
Lazy bot. But when's this hot food going to get here?
Give it let's let me see. Like 15 minutes.
What do you think our blood pressure is going to be?
Do you really think it affects it that much, or is that more of a heart rate thing maybe?
If heart rate doesn't affect blood pressure, what does?
I don't know.
Your twin's calling me.
Who?
That
Brenton.
ain't a twin.
Answer. Brenton's probably watching.
Hey, Brenton, you live on the internet. What's up?
Oh gosh. Oh god, this is scary.
Hold him
I
up
got
to the
a
mic.
lady, this lady's interested in Clifton.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you her number, and then I think she wants to go check it out sometime. So, I'll give you her number, and we'll go from there.
Yep, I'll call her as soon as we're out of here.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye.
How do you? Is he calling?
I don't know.
He's been like trying to turn over leads. Like he turned one, you're interested in owner finance too? Cool.
Clifton's land.
Mhm.
So I don't know how he gets that far into the conversation.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, it's like I just need your email address so I can set this appointment. Dude, they've murdered out appointments today. Have you seen like 5 and 6 o'clock?
Oh, I saw that picture that you sent.
I'm talking about now. There's probably 40 at 5 o'clock.
Jeez.
Somebody at 5 o'clock is going to get rocked with a code request. Like, assuming they all show up on time. Doubt they do. What are we watching? We're watching Grant Cardone?
Oh, I'm just putting it as some like background for you. I thought maybe this would lower your blood pressure, put you at home.
Oh my
calm you
God.
down.
He does
a
love
little
Grant Cardone.
Hey, it worked. 128 over 86.
I knew it.
126 over 61, 57 beats per minute.
Here, you want to try this, Braxton?
Not yet. I got to give it at
You
least
want-
another.
You want me to pour some in this cup?
I want to go 2 weeks. I want to go at least 2 weeks before I break it. Have you ever felt
You opened
this
it, you gotta
weird
drink
about
it now.
drinking an energy drink?
I know I've never felt this weird about it. Actually, I don't want to mess up the sample for the
That's true.
for the hot.
Yeah,
hot
cool
wings.
it down with that. We got some.
Just put
It's
this-
it's not something crazy. We're debating between scorpion peppers or just really spicy Thai food, and I think we're doing the Thai food now. But we should do a one chip.
Yeah, for sure.
This challenge is going to be a little hard.
I don't know. I ordered Thai spicy.
I like Thai food. We
What
had
other-
some the other day.
What other current events are bothering you right now, Spoonie?
Ken Block, R.I.P.
Yeah, that's super sad.
You're a huge fan.
No, just a fan. I mean, it's awesome to watch that dude do his Gymkhana videos. It's freaking amazing to somebody can drive like that.
What is it?
I'll show
In the
you
freaking
one.
unicorn.
What
He
is-
also not invented. What's it called? He founded DC Shoes, skate shoes.
You got a lot of those at home, Spoon.
Nope. It's like watching racers do their stuff.
You just don't support them financially
Why would I buy DC shoes? I'm not a skater.
because you're a fan of Ken Block.
But his videos are on Netflix and stuff.
Oh my God, this is him.
The unicorn.
So he died on a snowmobile.
Yeah. Look at that all-wheel drive Mustang.
How did he die on a snowmobile?
I don't know. They just said it was an accident. So he built this Mustang, Braxton. He's got a second shifter here that disconnects the all-wheel drive on the front end so he can just disconnect 2 wheels while he's driving.
Yeah, is that
It's
it?
crazy.
Yeah. It's like, what is it, 1,100 horsepower or something?
But the rats.
You think
Try
we
to find the
you
rally
think it's too
stuff,
soon to
'cause-
make a cash offer on it? What'd you pay for that, Braxton?
Give a 1,100. Give a 100 cash.
100,000 cash
Yeah.
for that?
That's $1 million car now.
Yeah.
Now that he's dead, for sure.
Why is it $1 million car?
There'll be somebody that pays it just because it was his car. There's only one of those.
That's why I'd buy it for 100.
It's in all
Was
the
that in
Gymkhana
Dallas?
videos. He did them all over the world. Like he'd go to Saudi Arabia. They'd
But
shut
was
down
that
the
in
whole town.
Dallas?
Maybe. I
That
don't know.
particular shot right there. Oh, it pulls the wheels off the ground. Oh, never mind. It's got hydraulics.
Is he going to go under it?
He did go under it. Damn, that dude that's standing there is the fucking brave one. Because if it wrecks, you're not with us anymore, homie. Damn, that's wild.
Like just the ability to time that and just keep going. Like his Pikes Peak run is ridiculous.
What do you mean?
He's driving like that up Pikes Peak with the back wheels hanging off the edge.
Of what?
Pikes Peak, the mountain.
I drove up. I was in a car that was driving up Pikes Peak, and I think that gave me lifelong anxiety.
Yeah, we
I
did
don't,
when
I
I was
don't
a
remember
kid.
Pikes Peak being that bad. When me and Emery drove up there, it was just a calm little drive up. We got up there, it was August. It was snowing on the top. It was probably 38 degrees or something
Shit's
like that.
terrifying.
They have a big race every year.
She was 2, and we were instantly out of breath. And went to the edge, took a picture, and then we were not prepared. We didn't have a single long sleeve anything. So this is Pikes Peak. See, I don't remember that. I remember those guardrails. I don't remember big places. I would like to see him do this in Death Valley. That looks a little bit like Death Valley. No, it's definitely Pikes Peak.
It's crazy right there.
So this guy died on a snowmobile.
Isn't that ridiculous?
I think he's murdered. I don't believe it anymore.
Yeah.
You watch this. Hey, homie ain't down in a snowmobile.
I think he might have got the poke.
It's possible.
Yeah, everybody that dies now and whoa, I can't even say it. Damn,
Those are tight.
makes you wonder how he hangs on to the tires. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do the tires even make it up
Yeah.
one pass? Pretty wild. Oh shit, you got a helicopter chasing him too?
When I can't remember this how they did it, but I'm pretty sure that right shifter, he can be either front wheel drive, all wheel drive, or rear wheel drive.
Yeah.
Like he can cut it in and out.
Probably, if anything, would cut to rear wheel so he can hit the drifts.
Who's this? Was that him?
Well, he started out rally. So he's got a small rally car too. They just built a different one that wasn't this.
What the? So Colorado shut this bitch down for a day just so he could do this?
Yep.
Really?
There's one of him in Dubai or Saudi Arabia where they shut down the whole damn city. And they've got all their crazy Ferrari police cars out there blocking the roads and shit, and he's just destroying the whole town.
Well, R.I.P. to
Ken Block.
Spoonie's homie. Okay. Who else?
Barbara Walters, man. No, I'm just
The OG,
Is she the OG?
fuck her.
like reporter. Why are you so mad at Barbara Walters there, Sohail?
She's a weirdo.
All right. Some unresolved anger there from Sohail for Barbara Walters.
Do you know who Barbara Walters is? Mm-mm. Me either.
Her Courtney Love interview, you remember that?
You know, she don't know who she is. She was the interviewer, like 2020.
Spoon, we had 3 channels growing up, and you know who
That would have been on one of them.
didn't watch the news? Me. When the news came on, I swapped over to Wheel of Fortune.
That's the 5 o'clock news.
So should we talk about your new fitness regime that you're going to follow? What's the plan?
I think I'm going to eat ass and carrots for 75 days. See if that works.
Is that 75 hard? Is that what they call it?
No. This is just the eat ass and carrots. No more extra physical activity.
Oh. What do you think it's going to do for you?
Probably give me pink eye if I get a solid projection.
Do you think you'll still be alive at the end of 75 days? Or do you think you're probably dead within about 13?
You have
14?
good eyesight, though, from all them carrots.
Carrots give you good eyesight?
Oh, it'll counteract pink eye. Cancels out.
Cancels out.
That's brilliant, Braxton.
Yeah.
So what? I don't know what. Your mom's an optometrist. Maybe we should ask her.
Yeah. I think you should start with walking every day.
Walking.
Mm-hmm.
That one?
Yeah.
I don't know about walking. But walking how far?
I don't know. Mile?
No, probably not. I'll probably just get that mountain bike and ride it around the cemetery, reading people's headstones.
Whatever
Probably
you
get-
do, you should do something.
I think he's actually worried about this blood pressure. I think if I just quit eating, go on a nice little fast.
Corey, remember a couple weeks ago we were talking to someone and they were, you were talking about how healthy your diet is, green beans and meat. Oh, damn. It was that Grant Cardone.
What? Grant Cardone does green beans and meat?
No, Grant Cardone brought your number down.
Oh, yeah. Probably need to get back on that.
You need to just have him on deck when you need to calm down.
When I really want to get a real low blood pressure, I just take it wrong. I just want to feel good about
Put it on your leg.
Let's turn it like this. And then it's like, oh, that's good. Because that's whenever I thought I was cured. Whenever I, what's yours?
Still going.
And these are good blood pressure machines. That one
Jason's
that we
over there
had,
texting his doctor.
No.
he's
I
got
think-
blood pressure medicine. He's the only one here that's medicated.
You on some kind of statin
Corey's upset about it too.
beta blocker?
Mine just keeps erroring. No, it's just it's the mildest blood pressure medicine you
I
can
think you
get.
got to untwist that cord. Unplug it.
It's a hose. Just
Yeah.
passes air.
I don't think that'll do it, but
I don't think you can.
you can't blow as hard as this machine. Spoon.
152 over 67.
I can try.
One what?
152 over 67.
I want some
It's
odd
working
food.
hard right now.
It's almost here.
I don't get why that would be.
I'm worried it's
64
not going to be
beats per minute
spicy at
pulse.
all, but we'll see.
If he didn't pick all, like
Gotta pee
when they
this
say
one.
1 through 5
he
at the Thai
picked
restaurant,
Thai spicy. Oh,
Yeah.
the one above 5. But I've gotten it before. It's going to be spicy, but it's probably bearable.
we had some the other day.
Game that system, baby.
It was not Thai. It was Cambodian.
There
I
you
talked
go.
to that guy.
Perfect
The other day.
Perfect, Corey.
I got perfect blood pressure now. When really all I did was turn the cuff.
Cambodian food?
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
You didn't know that trick, did you, Braxton?
Take it wrong.
It's
and
in
perfect.
it's in Waco
Yeah,
at the
I mean,
Union Hall.
The further
Waco
Waco
this way
has some
you
hidden
go,
gem food
or
places.
with me, the
Yeah,
further
this one's
way I
called the
go,
Blasian Asian. It's awesome.
The worse it gets, the furthest way I go, the better it gets. I think you're only supposed to get this checked manually, though. I think these machines are wrong. And I think if nothing
And-
else, we've proved that throughout the day.
These machines are used to being used like once a month.
should
or,
swap
like,
machines.
once a year.
we should swap machines.
Just unplug it and swap machines. Because mine just keeps erroring. I may be dead. Y'all, this may be an afterlife event. There it goes. Error it again.
Spin at your cuff.
Probably so.
Put it on the other arm.
No, you don't want to take the whole machine. I get my other arm hurt. Like it was really hurting my other arm.
I know those things are sweaty as hell, Braxton, inside.
I ain't trading my machine. My machine's doing me right. You and him can swap.
Bro,
Oh, I see.
you're a special kid.
Y'all see the Channel 5, the Andrew Callahan documentary on HBO Max?
We haven't talked about Cobra.
What?
Oh, yeah.
What
That
happened?
too.
I'm gonna
Cobra
go,
Tate.
I'm gonna go pee
Versus
before
Greta.
This food gets you.
Yeah, and I haven't watched too much of Andrew Tate, but they played a pretty good sequence of videos of him talking about like wild, weird shit
Oh, yeah.
that I hadn't heard, but there was like real old shit. So I don't know. I think his message
But-
has gotten more refined.
When we first started talking about him, I remember I told y'all that he's under investigation for sex trafficking, and he's like playing it off, and no one knew this. Well, he got arrested for it.
Yeah.
Finally, rated.
I mean, but they said that's not what he got arrested for. He got arrested for organized crime.
Well, yeah.
Do what?
Well, the TikTokers came out and kept saying it was sex trafficking, and then it came out that it wasn't. It
Well,
was an organized crime
He's
charge.
still under investigation for that, but the charge they got him on is organized crime.
I don't think they got him on anything. I think it's
agree.
all a fucking publicity stunt.
Have you seen the video where he's talking about how he partnered up with his Romanian lawyer to bilk a guy that was suing him in Romania? Some American got mad at him, some rich dude, because he had said something about him, so he sued him. And the lawyer in Romania called him. He's like, "Hey, this guy's an idiot. It's never going to go anywhere. This is Romania, but I'll keep charging him and give you like 20%. So just keep fucking with this guy." And they just kept taking the dude's money.
Well, I mean, before he was
I don't know what that
clouded
means.
up or famous at all, this investigation was open. So it's not like just publicity. This investigation's been ongoing. That's why he's been like flying around, running around.
Spoon, what do you think?
I don't know shit about it.
I really don't.
I know less about that than I do Santa Gertrudis cattle.
Whoa.
There's a callback.
Well, he ran an operation where he had woman cam and do like camming and OnlyFans stuff, and he'd take all the money and kind of, they some of the women are saying they won't let them leave, stuff like that. Just digital pimping.
I mean, that's what that most hated guy on the internet did, right?
No.
Oh,
No,
I thought he
did
had
the
like,
revenge porn.
He just did it. He just had a site where people would post nudes, and then because I guess the supply of nudes was running low, he some guy hacked and he bought the nudes from the hacker, and then he asked the guy how he got the nudes, and the guy's like, I hacked them, and he's like, give me some more.
Well, there was a deal in that little whatever it was miniseries or whatever about him where there was one girl that he was just making, like, he had talked into doing worse and worse stuff on her cam, and he was getting a cut of that.
He was not getting a cut of it. That was just Butthole Girl.
Yeah.
Oh, Butthole Girl was just like just
So
posted her.
neither one of them were making money. She
She
just
was.
sending butthole pics.
No, she was.
Oh.
She was
The way
absolutely.
it sounded when I heard it was he was the one making all the money off of it.
No, she had her own cam. She was like Cam Girl serial number 1.
Wow.
And would stick anything in her ass, I guess. And that's why they called her Butthole Girl. And she was on there and went on his site and did some things, and he would, put in requests or whatever. But I don't think anybody got paid off that. I don't think that website made any money. Honestly, don't. Like, I think it probably made a handful of dollars, but like maybe 100,000. Like, it's not like Twitter or something.
Right.
It's not like MySpace.
But it really got the conversation going about the legality and the
Yes.
ethics of revenge porn. And
Yes, and he was in so much trouble because of I don't remember all the details, but he was in trouble for a bunch of shit not related to it. Like, it wasn't even the
no
act.
way, this guy.
Who?
There's no way. He looks fine.
No, it's not that he was fine. It's they didn't have laws on the book that made what he was doing illegal. Does that make sense? So, like, they had to get him on a bunch of other stuff. I think it was more the cover up, than the crime in his scenario. But he ended up going to prison. I mean, he went to prison, served his time.
What do y'all think about, so let's say you're in a relationship and a girl consensually sends nudes to you, or even more complicated, you take them consensually, and then you're no longer in a relationship and she requests that you delete that she revokes consent.
That's not really a thing.
It is a thing.
You can revoke consent.
Yeah, you can revoke consent at any time
I
for
don't-
anything sexual.
Has that been
so.
tried in court? Like, whose intellectual property that is?
I don't think so. I don't because if I take a picture, that, like, copyright law says that's my picture.
That's what I mean. Like, intellectual property.
Like that, that's just.
Well, yeah, when I said that's a thing, I meant like ethically it's a thing to
You mean like
revoke
morally?
consent, but legally, like when you take nude photos as a photographer, you normally have that drawn out in the stipulations of the contract.
There's some dude, and I added him on Snapchat when I was seeing all the women get mad at him. He was taking what's a Boudreaux pictures,
Boudoir.
whatever those are, of women. He was like a photographer, so they would hire him to take their pictures, and then he was running a premium Snapchat or OnlyFans or something, and so he would do their photo shoots. They would hire him. They're their pictures. They would take their pictures and do whatever they're going to do with them with their own portfolio. But then he had an OnlyFans and a premium Snapchat, so he was making money off of it, and they found him out. And that'll be an interesting case to go before the court because, I don't know. I mean, he was hired to take their pictures, you know what I mean? But if he has anything in their contract that says, I can use these for my own marketing promotion, or, you know what I mean? They might not have a tree to bark up.
That's why it's just like the conversation around CP when it's really only enforceable, I feel like, at the distribution level. Like possession, like if, let's say you have those nudes of your girlfriend, she revokes consent. Well, if there's no consent to distribute them, then now that's illegal. But possession, I don't know what, they can't like monitor your...
They have laws now about it.
Yeah, like legally you cannot distribute
Yes.
that. But I'm talking about possession. Like if they ask you to delete it, I mean, you can't do much about that.
I don't know what the law would say. I mean, I don't know. Braxton, well, you don't have to answer. Well, I don't think anybody here really gets a lot of nudes. So I don't know that we're the right right crowd to talk about it. I mean, I've had some like random old chicks send me some tits before. You know what I mean?
I mean, all the,
And it's kind of shocking, but like you see it and you're like, whoa. And then you're like, Braxton, what the fuck? And Braxton's like, yo. Like, and I think that's illegal now. I think literally doing that is illegal.
like we get all the like weird ones that people send in texting.
Oh yeah,
Like we'll just get like dick pics from a random creeps.
We do get a lot of dick pics.
And it's never from a good angle, dude. If you're gonna send a dick pic to a stranger, frame that up. Make the best you can out of it. Don't send us some weird like turtle on like just like a little turtle head or sad thing. Like make it worth the time.
Don't do it
Talk about that.
unsolicited.
Yeah,
Just
well they
don't.
did.
Well, I mean, unsolicited to Spoon. Spoon.
Well, that's
they're
fine.
always solicited when Spoon's getting them.
I'm pretty sure you opened up the invite a few months ago.
Yeah, I don't want your dick pics. I'm just saying.
Whoa, no, hey, you
You can't revoke.
You can't.
I just revoke consent.
You
I don't
can't-
want your dick pics.
But you can't press charges if they happen.
You're raising my blood pressure, Jason. That makes me uncomfortable.
Yo, Braxton, is there an update on the food? You talked to Paul?
No, I did not.
Braxton,
Look, we'll just when the food gets here, the food gets here. But here's what I really want to know: who, like, I don't know the nude laws, but I'm gonna guess there's some iPhone laying around my house that's just chock full of greatness. Like, if I can't even locate that, but say somebody else does, and now they got them, is that criminal?
I would think on their part, like they were stealing your iPhone.
No, I'm not stealing my iPhone. I misplaced it.
Oh,
Like, I don't know where it is right now.
again, if they don't have consent to use your pictures, and they
Maybe.
just start posting your pictures that
Well,
you
yeah,
took,
but if they
of
don't post it,
random
so
dicks
it just
on
got
the-
It would have to be the distribution of the images, right? You're not
Like-
necessarily distributing them if they're stolen.
Yeah.
Now, if that guy goes out and distributes them,
That's what I was getting at. That dude is distributing the photos he gets off your phone.
You know what would be even crazier? Like, could you pick your dick out of a lineup? You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, depending on what it is. Like, are they all similar to mine, or is it just a random sampling, like an actual
No,
sampling?
it's a porn site. It's just hundreds of dicks.
I'm pretty sure I can
Dicks
weed out
only.
some of them.
And you're like, oh,
Like, that's
me.
definitely not mine. That one's super girthy. That's not me.
So, like, what?
Like, are
If-
these
if
all
this-
flaccid, or are they just like fully erect?
If a person gets some nudes they don't have the authority to have, and then they distribute them, you know what I mean?
That's mine right there.
That's it. That's what I got.
So, oh man, do you know who Alyssa Milano is?
I guess actress.
So she had some pictures get out, I guess, when she was young, and her mom fought. She constantly still fights to keep those off the internet. Like, and they were non-consensual. It was like a photographer sold them out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Like-
Hulk Hogan did the whole fucking sex tape lawsuit, and did it end in his favor?
I don't know.
Was he able to keep his sex tape off the internet?
I don't know. Seems like that's what makes you famous these days.
Well, Kim Kardashian's sex tape obviously didn't get pulled off the internet. Paris Hilton's didn't.
well, her mom sold it.
What?
Yeah. What's her name? Kris Jenner?
Sold her daughter's sex tape?
Yeah, like she orchestrated the whole quote unquote leak. That was all planned.
Wow.
Is that real life?
Either
I don't
that
feel like that's
or
real life.
after it got out, it was immediately like, okay, we're going to strategize.
Well, that
this.
makes sense.
I think they
Makes more sense.
definitely did the best business plan you can after that happens. They executed that one flawlessly.
I mean, they're billionaires. So
They made that
probably.
blueprint, like how to turn revenge porn into $1 billion for $1 billion each. I think all of them are separate billionaires.
Just that one daughter is a billionaire off her makeup channels. Like not like all the makeup and shit she has.
Yeah, what is she, like 7?
No, she's 20 or I can't remember what it's one of the two younger ones. One of Caitlin's daughters.
Well, because so like were you in the era of Paris Hilton?
Oh yeah, of course.
Braxton has no idea what this is about.
Oh.
I couldn't recognize her.
That's
Well-
hot.
Yeah, Paris Hilton is the first, like, probably quote unquote influencer
for sure.
But there was no social media. It was just the media was obsessed with her and her friend, and
Nicole Richie.
Nicole Richie, and Lionel Richie was Nicole's dad. He was famous, but I can't name one person other than Paris Hilton and her family who's famous. The Hilton name obviously came from the hotels, but it wasn't like their dad was Donald Trump. You know what I mean? They're not just out there trying to be a celebrity. They just ended up in the spotlight, and Paris's sex tape got leaked. But that was a big deal whenever it happened. Like, big deal, because you had to go buy it. Like, you couldn't just pull it up on the internet. You had to go down to the fucking porn store, walk in there and be like, you got that Paris Hilton sex tape?
She DJs now.
She DJs now?
Yeah.
She's like got to be my age, man. How old is she?
She got to be. She's older than me.
She's got to be mid-40s.
Got to be. But either way, that was like the first
41.
Blueprint. And then China, the wrestler. Do you remember China?
Oh, yeah.
I can't tell if that was an actual porn career or a leaked sex tape, but it seemed really, 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 really well produced to be a sex tape. It's called One Night in China because Paris's sex tape was called One Night in Paris. And then China, who's basically, well, never mind, we can't even say it. Have you seen China the wrestler?
She's a very masculine woman.
Is that's
She's very muscular.
I wouldn't go pull up. Yeah, there she is. Which this is the
She's a WWE star.
WWE star, massive wrestler. Tried to and that whole her little porn that she made, it flopped. It didn't do for her what it did for Paris.
No,
She
it didn't.
died.
Kim Kardashian, she's dead.
2016.
Damn, that's terrible.
What? I guess that makes sense. I haven't seen her on TikTok. She would definitely be high. Like TikTok would love her. How'd she die?
Bigger question, where's this food at?
Why are you worried about the food?
I wanted to get the spicy challenge.
It's going to happen when it happens, Spoon. You got to kill this dead air with some talking about China.
Dead air, courtesy of Paul and Sohill.
Dead or home.
I tried to get them to get these
46.
hot things at the beginning. But,
I can't believe they were asking us for an approval on $25.
I mean, he wanted to make sure he'll get his DoorDash compensated for. CTE? No. Oh, wait.
Chronic traumatic encephalopathy.
She had CTE?
Her brain was donated to science to study the effects of CTE. However, the brain had naturally decomposed to a point where they couldn't figure it out. But I mean,
Oh, because she'd been
Oh,
dead so
okay, it
long.
was-
What is CD? That stuff football players get?
Yeah.
it was benzos, painkillers, and alcohol. The trifecta.
What's a benzo?
What is?
Benzo is an anxiety medicine like Xanax or Klonopin. Or,
Is this pre-fentanyl?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was
Well,
back when
no.
drugs were fun.
2016 was fentanyl. The start of it.
See, I can't imagine.
But she had the the oxys.
Yeah. Get that when you got that money. You just go get you a script, Spoony. You're not even in frame anymore.
I just had to lean back, man. It's hurting my back to lean forward like this
Spoon,
for hours.
Are you ready? Are you ready
For what?
for the food?
Absolutely.
Braxton, do you got it?
I'm just ready because I'm hungry.
Are you hungry?
Should be here. I think he only got one, but that'll be enough.
Did he get 3 forks, or are we all going to have to share a fork?
No forks.
What?
What?
Is it like pot stickers or something?
No, it's pad thai. No forks though.
Chopsticks?
You brought
No.
Oh, I'll eat chopsticks, but you didn't get utensils. We have to use our fingers.
You know how to use chopsticks?
No
Of course.
hands. Just
You don't?
face.
You know how to use chopsticks?
Yeah. How do you not know how to use them?
I'm not rich.
What?
I mean,
Spoony, yours doesn't work.
That was yours.
How do you eat
Yeah, I don't
like
think it does
noodles or ramen or?
you broke that, Spoony?
I think just my sheer masculinity broke it.
You know how to use chopsticks.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Those don't go together. Sheer masculinity and using chopsticks.
So basically,
That is fucked up.
I can't wait for that to come out on the internet.
use a fork.
So
A fork is way more less
Efficient.
masculine.
efficient. And I only say
115
that,
over 84.
Let's take him to a sushi place and
I
watch
only
him
say that
struggle.
because of my inability to effectively use chopsticks.
I mean,
What?
it's too late to cover for yourself now.
It's
Did you-
I cover for
2023.
anything.
Do you eat sushi?
Who, me?
You.
No.
Why not?
Because I eat my fish fried like an adult. Look at this
He-
fucking blood
Corey
pressure.
would
This
love
look like-
those fried tempura rolls.
Oh yeah, tempura like a dragon roll.
Does this blood
Oh my
pressure
God.
look like somebody that eats fucking
Spider roll.
sushi?
Hey, let's get sushi in here next week. Tons of sushi.
I ain't eating sushi. I ain't smelling sushi.
Mukbang.
Do you
I'll
eat
be the
sushi?
only one in here just slapping it down, and they'll just be like, "Oh, it's gross."
Me?
Do you eat sushi?
Not really.
We'll get just a sashimi.
I don't. You always using these big words.
I mean, that's not a big word. It's,
It's just-
just meat. It's
Chopsticks
just
are
meat.
ineffective.
Sashimi.
Sushi never hits that spot. I'm like, that was
Yeah.
way too expensive for not near enough food. It's just
Gotta
not
hit
worth
You
it.
got to
Braxton's
go on
G-spot.
2-for-1 roll night, bro. Like
You got to hit
gotta
Braxton's G
play
spot
the game.
with your food.
108.67.
How
Hey,
does
I
he
did-
get his food in?
I did a
his G-spot?
115 over 84. That's basically perfect blood pressure for me.
With a 57 beats per minute pulse.
after a C4.
No, that's not good. You need to get that pulse up. If your pulse ain't baseline 100, you know,
Beta.
yeah, my heart's an alpha. Just like raw.
Don't know that that's how it works, but
Braxton,
Hey, how was y'all's holidays?
So good.
Spoon, what'd you get for Christmas?
I got a vest, which you'll love. I haven't get to wear it yet.
What do you wear today? Not proud
Wasn't
of
cold.
it?
No, I love it, man. It's awesome. Hey, you saw it the other day. I was wearing it in the office.
it's nice to touch. It's soft to the inside.
It's nice. And
If you ever hug
got
with
a,
that vest, go in.
I got a
under.
T-shirt for my kids. Pretty good haul.
Here comes the food.
Special delivery. Sweet.
Was that an accent, Paul?
No. That was the,
We don't even get to see Spoon's
Beta.
blood
Wait, did he
pressure.
give you forks?
of course.
Oh, okay.
So what is this?
I don't know.
Let me tell him to get plates. Hold on.
Hold on, no.
I was
Just
fixing to use a lid as a plate.
don't,
Okay.
Spoon, just take a bite and pass that shit around.
That's what I'm doing.
We're not having a full meal.
Wait, so for the
All right.
audience, this is a Thai spicy level of pad Thai. That's like an intro to our Spice Secrets series. You know?
My secrets.
I don't know. Spice Secrets.
You go for
Spice
it?
Go
Secrets.
ahead.
First off, this stuff looks disgusting.
Yeah.
Show the camera.
Corey don't eat stuff that's not made in America.
Whoa. Looks
That looks great. What are you talking about?
It does look amazing.
all right. So I'm getting that piece of chicken while it's still there.
Some sprouts in here, some onions, some chicken, pad thai.
Oh, do we have baseline BPs? Oh.
I do.
I just got 108 over 67.
It's not
got
that hot.
orange
So no.
Braxton, eat half that thing. How's it?
This right here.
It's really good.
Spoon, well, you can't even check your blood pressure. What is this stuff? Is this noodles?
Pad thai.
Is it noodles?
It's a healthy amount of spice.
It's not.
It's good though. It's got it though.
What's this?
Chicken.
That's not chicken.
Might be eggs.
Sorry.
Eggs for what? There's some kind of nut.
Peanuts.
No.
Damn it.
And you guys are making a mess.
Braxton,
Oh
nut.
man, he put his fingers back in there. What's wrong with you? You don't touch it and put it back in. Like a little kid.
Be okay.
Jason, you gotta eat more. Is it spicy at all?
It like a little
warm.
bit. It's not
really
bad.
hot.
It's like a good flavor.
They saw the name that ordered it was Paul Mong. They're like, nah.
They said he was white. We better tame it down. No chopsticks.
I got a pepper.
Is that spot hot?
No, I'm gonna find another one. This actually is pretty good.
Is this the first time you ever had Thai food?
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
That a kid from Groesbeck doesn't
Put
have
some
Thai
out on
food?
it. Don't squeeze it. It'll come
We
out the
don't want
top.
that shit. peanuts over here at the end are.
Peanuts kind of scare me in this.
I can't really get.
It's hard to get a good bite.
Pad Thai is literally the food where every bite's a good bite, dude.
I think that's most Thai food.
Sweet, spicy, salty, peanuts.
I don't know that. I can't think of a bad Thai meal I've had. I'm sure there's something I wouldn't like.
Would you like some more, Jason?
No, I'm good. I had a bunch of had a little snack before this podcast. Y'all go for it.
Oh, I finally got a big bite coming. Never mind.
Be easier if you had chopsticks. We should watch.
We're
Like,
fucking this studio up.
the only way Corey can eat is if he uses chopsticks like that.
Try this blood pressure down. I don't think it'll do much.
Y'all don't look like you're struggling at all.
It's not hot.
Delicious.
It's really good. It's like a great heat.
I got a slight tear in my eye.
It's like a.
Okay, keep going, Corey.
Oh, I'm checking my blood pressure.
It's hot enough to where it's like, man, I feel that, but it's good enough to keep going.
That's the kind you want. Like, you can still taste it. You can taste all the goodness. It's not like overpowering. And it's just enough heat where you're like, I got to keep going to stay ahead of it. Get those endorphins.
Is that what it is?
Oh yeah.
Hot food definitely releases, like, it's that thing you want to stay in front of it. I love hot, spicy shit.
Why do you got to stay in front of it though?
Because if you stop, like, the heat builds.
Really?
I don't know how to explain it. That's how I always feel about it. Oh man, mine's cranking right now. I'm dead. 164 over 141. I don't think
Oh
that's
my
right.
fucking God. There's no way that's
Yeah,
right.
it's definitely not right.
It's hard to eat. Falls off the board.
141. That's what it's doing between beats.
I got
Working
112
so
over
good.
99.
I got 151 over 89.
To me, it just doesn't make sense how they're so far apart.
Jason, maybe you need to talk about changing from the mildest medication.
No, it's good. We've been checking it all day.
I think this Thai food is curing my blood pressure.
That shit's amazing, dude.
I was gonna eat healthy this year, now it's fucked.
It's probably pretty good for you. It's got sprouts in there, there's onions, there's a little bit of noodles.
There's noodles in there?
What do you think those are?
I ain't got no idea what I'm eating.
That's the best. Like, when you don't even know what you're eating, you couldn't describe it, but it's just so good tasting.
I thought we were gonna get something that was gonna light me on fire.
Yeah, we should have done the scorpion peppers next time.
Paul, you did this wrong.
Instead, I've got something that's making me crave whatever this is.
Like, you got to find a Thai food place on the way home.
I'm a little fucked up. I was gonna eat Chili's like my ancestors intended.
Hey, your trailer park ancestors. We're gonna go to the
Now I gotta eat Thai
Yeah, that's
food.
gonna be a great quote. He's gonna eat chili. Oh, look, it's 109 over 70 now. I'm in better health than I was.
I think there's a Thai food place right over there by the Nymphas.
About what?
Nymphos?
Dude, that one we ate at right down the street from the office is Cambodian. That's next door to Thailand. Spicy as hell. That theirs was legit hot. I had a 4 the other day. It was 2-3 times as hot as this. You had like a 3. It was way hotter than this.
What are y'all talking about?
In Union Hall, there's a Cambodian place that we were just talking about a few minutes ago. That's awesome.
Did you order any Cambodian breast milk?
No, I ordered whatever it was. It was like 3 meat skewers and
Have you seen?
other stuff.
You know where Cambodian breast milk comes from?
is it the one with Jack Black and oh.
Put it. Type in Dave Chappelle Cambodian breast milk. You really don't know?
Paul, we should have a whole day of just crazy foods. Like, somebody get some balut in here and some,
Oh, shit.
and I'm not
Not
eating
the
it.
balut.
Fuck
No,
balut. Like, it's so gross. Like, I know it's a delicacy. You can't convince me to eat it.
My best friend Isaac's a Filipino, and he was in the Philippines, and he sent us a video of his uncle eating it, and he's vegan. My friend's vegan. He was cracking up, so uncomfortable. Like,
What is it?
It's they let duck eggs almost hatch, like to where they're like 28 days instead of 32, and they eat them. They just open the shells and eat them like that. I don't know if they ferment them first.
We're not doing that, Spoon.
Yeah, I'm not either. It was kind of a joke. But we could do like durian, something weird.
That's it.
And get breast milk from a Cambodian immigrant. I only drink the finest breast milks. Go out there and milk Cambodia. It's 100% Cambodian, man. It's the real shit. Breast milk, you made my day.
Thinking of that, Spoon.
It's hilarious, man. Every time I see one of those old clips of this show, I just forgot how funny he was.
You know who he's playing there?
I don't.
P. Diddy.
Oh, that's funny.
and that last soundbite is used at the beginning of one of the best songs of all time, called "The Last Huzzah" by Mr. Motherfucking Esquire and Danny Brown and Heems. Shout outs. All right, let's get one final reading.
I feel like I'd take a nap now. That food just hit the spot.
I think I'm gonna have to drink this C4.
It's hitting a little bit more now.
It's definitely
Are
coming
you?
on.
Is it really hot?
Yeah, it's that thing you said. When you stop eating it, it
Yeah.
comes on.
It'll calm down in a minute.
I'm not looking for it to calm down. I'm looking for my blood pressure.
Just keep eating more.
116 over 83.
116?
Yo.
Nah, it's all right. It'll come back.
What'd you
done with
do,
this
Spoonie?
I think this is just broke.
You broke the blood pressure reader? I think mine aired out the last time too. If it airs out this time, that means we've broken two.
I don't think they were used, like, they weren't continuous use machines.
We've broken two blood pressure machines today.
That's what I'm saying. People use these like once a year.
We've used
130
them,
over 97.
we used them 45
That's
times
a
in
great
2
blood
hours.
pressure. Well, guys, like, subscribe, all the things. And if you can afford it, like Spoon, you should get some of this Thai food, you know, if you're rich, like Spoon.
$25.
If you like what you've seen here, find Braxton on Tinder and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just keep swiping, he's on there.